Hello, my name is Eric Wilson, and I'm interested in UI design. I'm a transfer from the mobile world and the programming world because I was very interested in the aesthetics of design. So my first project was the nonprofit, and its name was Hearts, Hands, and Hope. This is the redesigned logo with its line of second text, Hearts, Hands, and Hope, dedicated to helping children and families, black and white, or black and transparent actually, and their main color is red, and we used Photoshop and Illustrator for this. This is the, of course, business card, cleaned up a bit, and the QR code takes them directly to her website. So if she's having a quick conversation, they can scan the card, go right to the website. The letterhead has been cleaned up, a bit more professional now, and we used InDesign additionally for that. This on the left is a tall wall banner. It's 8 feet tall by 3.5 feet wide for events, wherever they're at, and a poster for when they're going to have something to hang up places. This was an event they had at BurgerFi. This is her name tag at the top to be worn with the shirt at the below, and it's to complement the logo that stands alone by itself. You can wear the shirt by herself, but with a name tag, it kind of gets the impression of, oh, this is Michelle. On the left-hand side, she needed labels, return labels, and they needed to be cleaned up a bit. So now you've got this consistent look. Everything has the same logo, everything has the same font, and the swooshiness is just, again, kind of going with the whole the heart design. On the left-hand side is what you'll see when you open up the brochure. In the middle, that's the back, and on the right, that's a trifold. This is a trifold brochure, and on the right-hand side, of course, that's what you see completely in the middle of it. This is her website. We cleaned this up a lot, and we just made it 2 calls to action. It is responsive. You can load it on your phone, again, from the business card that she gives you. Either get help today or donate today, and it's for kids. 60 Minutes came out and did 2 pieces on the severity of homelessness for children, especially in Seminole County, which is really the driving force behind why she started this. But we just needed to make the logo consistent throughout her social media campaign as well. So her Facebook page looks like her LinkedIn and looks like her Twitter page. And on the right-hand side throughout this presentation, you'll see the software that I used to do these things. The second project was an event. So every event starts, or any project really starts with a logo. And the logo really has to just tell you, what is this? And disclosure gathering. What are you disclosing? Well, this is for people who want the truth about UFOs. And I'll play a little bit of this movie here. This is the website. And the feedback was to just let the images kind of tell the story, kind of like pyramids on the moon. There's just so much you don't know. Did you know that in Nazca they found 3-fingered mummies? Did you know that there's people living in the inner earth? Some people don't believe that, but if you want tickets, there's 2 ways to get it. Schedule of events. Again, for time reasons, I'll just move on. This is the way it looks once you get there. This is kind of like a wayfinding app and a schedule making app. So the first thing once it loads is where you are. I mean, welcome, here you are. Now schedule your events, find out who's speaking where, the reasons you came. And again, this was done with XD, Photoshop, and Illustrator. I used Animate to do the animated gift. Are we alone? No. They'll then find out more here at this time. Once you get here, you'll find your road sign. There's the parking lot to let you know where you're at. There's standing posters. What really worked well was the punched out logo and removing a lot of the text in the event road poster. With a little bit of help from Dreamweaver and especially Animate, there are 2 animated logos for Yosemite. Why? Because the third project was, rebuild or build a site from code using HTML, CSS, jQuery, and parsing scripts, and also make a logo for this site as well. So this is the logo, and these are the ads that you would see like on any website. And this is the address where you can find the hosted website that is currently live and working. And this is another page from that website. We kept it with simple colors, kind of like think of what a park ranger would wear. And the reason for the Yosemite logo looking the way it does is that if this was for all national parks, you would take the icon of that park, and for Yosemite, it's Half Dome. So that is essentially a silhouette of Half Dome. And these are pictures. If you'd find Half Dome, if you were to click on them, this is Yosemite Valley. So it's a working bootstrap project. And if you squeeze the browser down, you can see that it's also responsive. Everything fits in its corner. The movies play. There's space for everything. This is the home page. This is what happens when you click on the title bar. This is what that other images from around the park looks like. The fourth project was Pace Brantley. This is a school for kids with special needs. And up at the top, this was their new logo. And so Pacemakers used to be this heartbeat, and they wanted to change. Pacemakers is like the PTA of a private school. So what they really needed was kind of a similar look, and they support the heart of Pace Brantley School. I used Photoshop and Illustrator for this. InDesign had a role at some point with the Pacemakers t-shirts. They needed to make some money for that. We kept the letterhead really simple, there didn't need to be a lot of fancy design. And this was one of the projects that they worked on. They cut these things out and gave them to the teachers during Valentine's Day recently. And these are the kind of things that they do. And this is coming up, actually. They've got their first ever spring fling. And this was a spring fling event, and there's no money, so you pay all your money up front, and the kids get these things that get crossed off. Final project is Atmoscan. This was the most challenging one because not only did I have to come up with an icon and a word mark and a logo that made sense, I also had to tell a story of what this thing really did. So here is kind of a quick story. I might go over a little bit on time, but you get a notification, you get the loading screen, you know that Atmoscan is working. It's losing your location. So this is exactly where you are in time and space. And if all you want to do is take a picture of what you see, you click on that icon, there's the photo, and then you can share it socially. Pick your social network of choice, click on the banner, come back to the actual device, and you notice everything's turned red. That's a thunderstorm. See, the compass is turned red and the notification. Well, what's going on? This is a story between a tree and a house. And this is the weather that happens inside. So the icon repeats itself. Now the icon also fills in with red. You've got 5 minutes left. That's the white space. So you've got 5 minutes until that event happens. And it's scrollable, so it looks like there's some lightning that's going to be coming down as well. So what do? Do you want to call someone? Do you want to chat with somebody? You've already done that. You probably want to get out and find some shelter. And when you do, you probably want to eat or do something while you're there. So calling a taxi, again, you've got your warning up at the top. You can call a taxi, and you can choose from Riddy or Taxi or Uber. There's a lot of services out there. Lyft is another one of them. Do your research. It looks like confirm she's 4 minutes away. I've got time. You're in the car, you're safe, and you'll finally make it to your destination, and all is good. So finally, I'd like to add with a 15-second advertisement of what Atmoscan does and how it works. Yeah, too bad. Little guy can't go to the game. It's been my pleasure to share my work with you. You can reach me at 407-878-4124, or there's my personal Gmail. Thank you for your time.